Alright, this is Joe Ancolo with OKRaw.com, and as luck would have it, today is a Raw Food Potluck. I'm so excited to go, but the problem is I was just finishing painting my house and I'm running late. So I have to get to the potluck and it's starting pretty soon and I'm running late. So I'm going to show you how easy it is in under 10 minutes. I'm not going to edit this video. In under 10 minutes you can go from food to salad bowl and out the door for a potluck. Or even if you're just making a regular meal and you're not even going to a potluck, it's really fast and easy to prepare raw foods if you do it the right way. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm talking too long, I need that time. So first thing what we're going to do is we're going to juice some sweet limes, and I might talk a little bit while I'm cutting them in half. Basically you want to cut them in half, and these are sweet limes, so they look kind of like a grapefruit, but they're actually a variety of lime, and they're really sweet. They're not quite as sweet as an orange, but they have a really unique flavor, and I bet that people are really going to be like, whoa, you know, what kind of dressing is that? They're not even going to be able to figure it out. So we're using the Orange X style juice press. Makes juicing really fast and efficient. This is the fastest juicer in the West. I've had other citrus juicers, and there's nothing faster. So I'm just built for speed and raw foods and speed and not spending all day in the kitchen. So I have the most efficient appliances that I can have. Another efficient appliance to have actually are the ceramic knives. So I was just cutting with one. They're a lot sharper, so when they're a lot sharper, they're going to cut a little bit faster, and you're not going to waste as much time trying to recut and doing those recuts when things are a little bit sharper. So we have all this sweet lime juice. Now the sweet limes, they may be hard to find. Sometimes they're available at ethnic stores such as Mexican markets and possibly Asian markets. So we're just about done juicing the sweet limes. There we go, we have one full glass there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take that and pour it into the blender. But first we're going to add our almonds. I've actually soaked 2 cups of unsoaked almonds, and then they soak and they expand a little bit. We're going to put that in the blender. And now we're going to put and you're going to add about 1 cup of the sweet lime juice. You don't want to add too much or make it too thin, the dressing too thin. So we're going to crank that up. Next, we're cutting up avocados. While that's running, we got to save all the time we can. Alright, so we need to add some more sweet lime juice. Always better to add too little than too much. You can't ever take it out once you add it. If you don't have enough, you can add more. Let's add some more here. That was a full glass worth. So that's pretty good on the dressing. Sometimes you may want it a little bit thinner or thicker. I think people like to take it a little bit thicker because then it just has a better mouthfeel. It's a more fatty flavor. We're skinning the avocados currently. We've got to get under a 10-minute time frame here. So we got to move pretty quick here. This is probably taking the longest, is skinning the avocados actually. Taking the peels off. You want to do, and we're then also going to add some cut up Roma tomatoes. So it's basically, the whole recipe is just spring mix, organic spring mix, that's already pre-washed, so that's going to save you some time. And then basically the dressing and some Roma tomatoes and this avocado here. Alright, so we got the avocado fully separated. Now we're just going to slice them all up into nice big pieces. So if you don't have the almonds, you could actually use something like macadamia nuts. That's actually what I would rather use. It makes a nice creamy dressing. The almonds definitely work well. That's what I'm using today because that's what I have available today. I don't like to use cashew nuts. They don't really digest well, and they're not technically a raw food because they have been heat processed. So we're going to go ahead and cut these avos in half. Okay, next, Roma tomatoes. We're going to just cut those into rounds. Sharp knife definitely helps with cutting the tomatoes up. And I do like to put this kind of stuff on the top of the salad for garnish. It makes it look nice and pretty. I tend to eat very simply, so I don't use a lot of ingredients in recipes. That could get you in a lot of trouble in a couple reasons. Number one, you'll be late to the potluck if you have a lot of things that you have to make and prepare beforehand. And the other thing is, we want to eat in the raw foods diet a diet that's rich in fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. A lot of the different raw recipes may have a lot of dehydrated things and other things, but as you can see, the majority, except for maybe the nuts, are all fresh. Alright, so we're going to take out this spring mix here. Unzip that off, and look, this is the quickest salad you've ever made. And I got another container, but you know what? I don't think my bowl's big enough, so we'll take that. Maybe we'll take that as the potluck, or maybe we won't. So there we go. There's our salad. Alright, here's our dressing. Pour that out along on top there. Sometimes I like to toss it in there. I like to just gently toss it with my fingers. Make sure it gets a nice mixture so everything gets coated, because if it doesn't get coated, then you'll be left with lettuce at the bottom of a bowl that nobody's eating because everybody wants the salad dressing. Alright, so we're doing a real fast toss here, getting it all kind of coated and mixed up. And it's good to play with your food. It's really fun, especially before you eat it. Besides playing with your food, you should also smell your food, before you eat it. And chew your food really well once you're at the potluck. And check out for my other video on surviving a raw food potluck. So next we're going to just go ahead and sprinkle on the avocados on the top here. Goes really fast. Okay, and finally we're just going to put the tomatoes out on the top. So you can see the whole cut tomatoes. It's going to look really pretty when we're done. Spread those out as fast as you can. And I don't have a timer here, so I don't know what kind of time I'm running. So hopefully we'll be under 10 minutes here, definitely under 11, and YouTube cuts you off at 11 minutes. We're almost just about finished. So definitely enjoy your raw food potluck or your dinner. And you know what? Raw foods doesn't need to take that long. This is John Kohler with OKRaw.com with the salad, and I'm off to the potluck.